Hi folks, what can I get started for you today? Oh, well. Look what the Roomba dragged in. Didn't you see the sign outside? We don't serve clankers here. Can't you read? What are you two called? Nuts and bolts? We only serve human food here, wirebacks. We don't have none of your oil or microchips or whatever it is you rust buckets eat.
Sorry, we're fresh out of AAA batteries, tin skins. Why don't you get lost?
You heard him. So unless you can talk some sense into our broken waffle maker, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. You wouldn't want me to get the spray bottle, or maybe you'd like a nice helping of malware, huh? Would you like that? Go on, get it! Get back to Dataville where you belong!
Yeah, you tell him, Maureen.
Alright.
Serves him right.
Alright, show's over, people. I showed those walking USBs a thing or two.
You sure did, honey.
Alright.
Yo, welcome back to The More You Bro. And guys, today's guest is probably like the craziest guest we have ever had.
Like the craziest guest, bro.
Today we're speaking to Zorlop the Endbringer, who's planning on wiping out our entire civilization.
Yeah, like the whole thing.
That's so crazy. Yeah, so like we just want to like get his perspective on this whole thing. So Zorlop, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me on.
So Zorlop, like what made you decide to kill all of humanity?
Humans are an inferior, parasitic species with little to no value. Their only worth is the nutrients that their flesh provides. Evolved species such as mine.
Got it. So you're like big into eating like human flesh and shit?
Correct.
Gotta ask though, have you tried human food while you've been here?
I have consumed the prominent fast food establishments to learn more about human consumption.
Which one was your favorite?
Probably Burger King.
Burger King? Wait, hold up. You like Burger King over McDonald's? What? That's crazy. Honestly, like that's probably the most controversial thing you've said. No, for real, like Daz, that's crazy, dude. Damn, okay. Well, tune in next week.
There won't be a next week.
Oh, because of like destroying humanity?
Precisely.
Got it. Okay, well, you know, everyone has different views, so Zorlop, thank you so much for being here.
If you had told me 6 months ago that I would be marrying the man that imprisoned my father in his cursed palace full of talking furniture and silverware, and then imprisoned me in exchange for my father's freedom, I would have told you you were crazy.
He imprisoned his father-in-law?
But here we are, and I couldn't be happier. There were a lot of things I didn't expect. I didn't expect to fall in love with a beast, a literal beast, with razor-sharp teeth and fur. I also didn't expect the beast to be a prince that was cursed for being a f***ing asshole.
I feel like I'm missing some really important context about this event.
But love is unexpected, and I wouldn't change a thing. Not my imprisonment, and certainly not Gaston plummeting to his death.
Someone died?
The only thing you truly imprisoned was my heart, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life being your wife.
What did you bring me to?
Cheers to the happy couple. Cheers! I used to be a talking teacup.
What is this? Looks like we're the first ones here. Feels illegal to be this early. I'm sorry, but low-key, I can't do this anymore. And the crowd is confused. Look, when I first met you, I was like, raw, next question. But I was so down bad that I didn't even realize how mid the vibes are. Chat, am I cooked? I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. It's over. Am I chopped?
Oh my god, the chopped epidemic came for me, didn't it?
No, that's not.
I'm the Ohio final boss, a walking L. I can change, I can become a chap.
Look, I'm not here to listen to your uncontrollable yap, okay? It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. This just ain't it. I thought we were having a Jet 2 holiday. If not girlfriend, why girlfriend shape? Ref, do something! Look, I'm sorry, but I need to start single maxing. I'm gonna scroll now, okay? One last thing before you go. I love you. Please don't go bald. Later, Diva.
Bro's actually lagging right now.
Insane lore drop.
Mind you, this is my first impression of him.
You kids are lucky, you know. Back in my day, we didn't have the extensive Yowie collection that you do today. it was mainly just gravitation. We had to watch shows like Junjo Romantica, where the plot was questionable, the artwork wasn't quite right, and my God, the hands, the yaoi hands, they were bigger than a human torso. Don't even get me started on super lovers, no. No, it was part of the yaoi dark ages. There were extensive amounts of doomed yaoi that we were forced to consume because it was all we had. Oh, many of us never recovered from banana fish, including your great aunt. Never ask her about it. And there were those of us who invested in Yuri on Ice, a show so beautiful that was ripped away from us before they even had a real kiss. My God, they never even admitted their feelings to each other. Even to this day, I still yearn for ice adolescence.
Grandma? Grandma, are you okay?
I'm all right. I'm just happy that none of you kids had to suffer through Pearl Boy.
Let's pull up GPT-0 and I'll show you. He's like, what even is that? So I pull up GPT.
Hi, this video that I'm stitching, which has almost 15 million views, is a guy talking about how his professor failed him because he thought that he used AI to write an essay in his class. And he tries to prove his innocence by using a program called GPT-0, which will detect any use of AI. But despite this, his professor still failed him. He's been talking about this situation a lot on his page. In fact, he has another video pinned on his profile that has over 10 million views. And if you click on that video, on the bottom it says paid partnership. And the response video that he made to that video also says paid partnership. For almost every video that he's made talking about this situation, he's used the hashtag GBT0 ambassador. Do you see where I'm going with this? Was that not enough? Oh, cool. Let's look at his bio. Oh yeah, GBT0 ambassador. This guy's entire page is an ad. That is a fake story. And he's gotten tens of millions of views for tricking you into believing a story. A made up story that he's using to promote an AI product. We have to be so careful when it comes to ads nowadays because they're very sneaky. And I saw another creator talk about this earlier this week before I saw this video. They're making these fake accounts where they're using creators to push fake stories designed to enrage people, to promote a product. Not only is that tactic dishonest, but he's also promoting AI. He's literally promoting GBT. Look, I'm a content creator. I do brand deals. This is a dishonest selling tactic that we're probably going to see more and more online. So we have to be aware of these things going forward. And if you see any sort of video like this where someone's telling you a crazy story and then they mention a product in it, just be aware of that. Welcome to late stage capitalism. It's fucking awful.
I'll get those lab results back to you as soon as I can.
I hope it's nothing serious, Doc.
Don't worry, you'll be just fine.
You really think so?
Trust me, kid. I'm a doctor. Whatever you say, Doc.
One day, I'm gonna be a doctor and change the world.
Ha! You'll never be a doctor, kid. Just quit while you're ahead.
Shut up! I will be a doctor, and I'll save everyone!
How's the best sister in the world doing? You looked so peaceful while you were sleeping. Well, I couldn't help but take a few photos. You really look like an angel when you wake up. You're like a radiant flower that I have to protect. You truly are the embodiment of perfection. I mean it. No man could ever be good enough for you. I saw Takamoto-san staring at you at school the other day. You don't like that guy, do you? I don't know what all the girls see in him. He's not that special. Seriously, he's not good enough for you. If he bothers you, just let me know. Your big brother will always be here to protect you. It's not like I'm jealous or anything. It's just, I hate when you pay attention to guys other than me. When we were kids, you said I was like your knight in shining armor. But now that we're older, you're getting attention from all these other guys. I mean it. You're my everything. My nose isn't bleeding because of you. It's just dry in here, that's all. I bet a hug would make me feel better.
Okay, so in 2018, I graduated college, I was a theater major, and I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship with a guy that I totally thought I was gonna like end up with. We had a very tumultuous relationship, and we got back together like on and off over the years. During this entire time, I was still living at home with my mom, my older sister had moved out, and my younger sister had also moved out. I was working at a cupcake shop, I was making minimum wage, and at the beginning of 2019, my ex and I had like broken up for the third time. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something with my life and just like make some changes. Because I was so focused on our relationship and I was like, I need to focus on me and what I want out of life. So I decided that I was going to apply to this acting program that I wanted to do for a while called William Esper. It's a studio in New York. So I applied to that and I got accepted. I applied to their 6-week summer intensive. And so I left Boston for 6 weeks and went to New York. This was the first time I had ever done something like this, like the first time I had ever like left the state for such a long time by myself. And so it was all very new and scary, but it ended up being like one of the best experiences of my life. I learned so much. I had such a great time. I met so many new people that I still talk to this day. It was just like a life-changing experience. And they ended up inviting me back for their 2-year program, which I really wanted to do. But like I said, I was a barista making minimum wage, so I knew that I probably couldn't afford to uproot my life and move to New York, which was really sad because I really wanted to go to that program, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. And also I had like a seizure and I had to like go and stay at the hospital for 10 days. And that was in December of 2019. And we know what happened right around that time. A few months later, COVID happened and we were all in lockdown. My ex and I had also gotten back together briefly during this time. And during that like final round, I realized that like we just were never going to make it. We were just fundamentally different people. It wasn't gonna work out. And also right around that time, I had started posting on TikTok and started to like see some success. Like I started to get viral videos. I had like celebrities engaging with some of my content and I was like, oh, this is so crazy. Like this might be a thing. And so after we broke up, I was like, okay, well, we're in lockdown. I'm getting stimulus checks, so I can just kind of like stay at home and focus on this because I don't have to go to work. And I never planned on becoming a content creator, but I started seeing success and I was like, okay, well, I have nothing else to do right now. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just use my acting and writing skills for the internet. The only missing part was I needed to learn how to edit videos, which I did. So I started posting more and more videos, and then I started to get like viral series. And all of a sudden I was gaining like tons of followers. I had a woman reach out to me being like, hey, I would love to represent you. And that's how I got my first agent. And then my stuff really started to pop off during the 2020 election. And I was gaining like tens of thousands of followers a day. Like I remember making a video being like, thanks for 400K. And then by the time I posted that video, I was already at 500,000 followers. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm doing well on TikTok. I'll start posting these on Instagram, which I was reluctant to do at first because I was like, people I went to school with follow me on Instagram. This is gonna be so cringe, but I'm so glad I did because then I started to gain a following on Instagram. And then I was like, okay, I guess I have to start posting on YouTube now. And I'm so glad I did because then I gained a following on YouTube. And YouTube pays super well. So as soon as I got monetized on YouTube, I was like, oh my God, I can move out of my house now. And so I moved out of my mom's house to New York City in my own apartment with in-unit laundry. And I was like, holy shit, this is so crazy. And then I got a podcast deal. And then through that podcast deal, I got reached out to by a touring company that wanted me to do a live show. And so I did a live show, which was basically just stand up because it was just me. Then because of that show, I got connected to my current touring agent. And I got signed to an agency that was like my dream agency. I really wanted to be signed with them. And he was like, you should start doing stand up. Let's get you doing some shows. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I do stand up now. So I went from never doing stand up in my life to then headlining my first shows and then eventually headlining 2 tours. And then through content creation, I met some like really amazing people, like really, really good friends of mine. And so then I ended up moving to LA to be closer to these friends. And since moving here, I have met so many incredible people. So I went from working as a barista making minimum wage, living at my mom's house, to living by myself in Los Angeles as a working actor, comedian, content creator with like 10 million followers. And yeah, it might sound like I'm flexing right now, but what I'm trying to say is that like your life can change in ways you never thought they would. Because during that barista era, I was like, damn, I went to college, I have this theater degree, I don't know if I can afford to like live my dreams. I really wanted to do that 2-year acting program and I couldn't afford it. And I was like, I only want to be an actor. Like, this is what I have been reaching for my entire life. I love this thing more than anything. It's the only thing that I want to do with my life. I don't know what I'll do if I can't make it happen. And that was this like existential fear that I was dealing with for so long. So to get to this point where I have so many eyes on me, so many people that love what I do, the fact that I'm like actually auditioning for stuff now, it's like I can't even like believe that I'm at this point in my life because I was so scared that I would never get here. I was like, am I ever going to be able to move out of my mom's house? And this isn't to say that everything's been like, you know, rainbows and butterflies this entire time. Like, this year was actually pretty hard for me, but I've already made it so far. So I know that like even during these, you know, rocky moments, I can get through this. I get to do what I love and I have like a really solid friend group now. And I used to consider myself like such a relationship person, but I've been single and I've had more fun single than I ever did in a relationship. Self-esteem is so much higher. I really enjoy like spending time with myself. I get so much fulfillment like from myself and my friends that I don't like seek out romantic like love like I used to, which isn't to say that that's like not an important aspect of life. Like, I totally would like want that eventually, but it's nice to know that it's not like I'm not like desperate for it anymore because I just have so much more fulfillment in other aspects of my life. This is all to say that I have been where you are right now, and I used to feel so anxious about where my life was going, and I just felt like fucking pathetic. But I took a chance on social media to like find another avenue to get to where I want in life. Like, I didn't want to be a content creator, but like the traditional acting route, like doing the whole like moving to New York and auditioning for things and trying to, and like, you know, working as a waitress and trying to get in front of agents. Like, I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to like afford to do that, so I needed to find another route, and it really paid off. So this is the time to like try new things and take risks. And it's often in these low moments where you feel like you're having an existential crisis that you end up figuring out like what you want to do with your life and finding a way to achieve that. I hope there's something in this Yap Fest that anyone might find useful. Life does get better, and it can change so quickly in ways that you never thought were possible. So don't give up, invest in yourself, and have patience.
So how did you two meet?
Well, I met her when she was a baby.
Oh, so you grew up together?
No, it's kind of complicated, but basically I was really good friends with her mom when we were in high school, and I ended up falling in love with her, but she chose another guy over me, and I was devastated, especially after they got married.
I never thought I'd be able to move on, but the first time I locked eyes with Renesmee, I just felt this powerful connection between the two of us. And from that moment on, I knew I had to protect her forever. And I know what you might be thinking. It's not like I fell in love with her immediately. I mean, she was a baby after all, so I wasn't thinking anything weird. I was actually planning on killing her because I thought that Bella had died giving birth to her, so I was gonna seek revenge, but obviously it all worked out in the end. Look, I know it sounds weird, but when you have all of the context, it actually makes a lot of sense, and it's not weird at all. I mean, she basically ages in dog years, so it works out perfectly for me. If you want to talk about weird, her dad is 87 years older than her mom, so why don't you think about that for a while instead of my thing, which is not weird, by the way.
So last class, my professor put someone's essay on the screen and said, "Whose is this?"
So last class, my professor put someone's essay on the screen and said, "Whose is this?"
I was in class the other day, my professor put an essay on the board. Whose essay is this?
So I started reading, I'm like, holy crap, that's mine.
So I started reading it, and then I'm like, oh my god, that's my essay.
So I started reading, I was like, oh, that's my essay.
So he's gonna like give me an award or something. Let's go.
So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, why is he pulling my essay? He's gonna give me like an award or something?
Oh, so I raised my hand, I'm like, yeah, that's mine. He goes, are you sure?
I raised my hand, I said, that's my essay. And he goes, are you sure?
I'm like, yes, I'm sure.
I go, yeah.
Then he's like, okay, see me after class.
He goes, okay, see me after class.
And he goes, okay, see me after class.
So after the class, he goes, I know you used ChatGPT. I was like, no, I didn't.
Pulls up the essay, and he points to a dash, and he's like, what is this?
He goes, I see the M dash. And I go, what? He goes, I see the M dash.
He points to a dash, and he goes, what is this?
I'm like, what do you mean? It's an M dash? Like, what? And then he's like, no, I know what an M dash is. Don't play smart with me. That means you used AI in your assignment.
And I was like, it's an M dash? And then he says, I've only ever seen these in AI papers.
He says, no, I've only seen this in AI papers. So I'm like, oh, sorry, it must be a misunderstanding. Like, let's pull up GPT-0 and I'll show you. He's like, what even is that? So I pull up GPT-0.
So we ran it through GPT-0.
Did you put it through GPT-0?
And he looks at me and he laughs. He's like, you really think I believe in that cute, like, computer stuff?
And he goes, I don't believe in that technology. I only ever see these dashes in AI papers.
He says, get out of my class. You are failing.
I'm giving you a 0. Get out of my class.
And he said he didn't care. And that he told me to get out of family's class, so I don't know what to do.
Don't know what to do.
And I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I'm so glad they're finally putting that murderer behind bars. Me too. Hopefully the family can find some peace now.
I don't know. Something about this whole thing just doesn't sit right with me.
Oh, what do you mean?
I just feel like something's missing, you know?
I don't really know what you're talking about. Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know. I think there's more to this situation than they're letting on.
Based on what exactly?
It's just this gut feeling that I have. Call it a hunch, but something's not right here.
Okay.
I mean, how do we know that they really got the right guy? What if this whole thing was a setup orchestrated by the roommate?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's no evidence of that.
Not according to my investigative research.
Investigative research? What, scrolling through Reddit?
I really think there's something here. Something that they're not seeing. I mean, maybe the cops were in on it too.
Oh my god.
This is really suspicious.
No, it's not.
I think we have to look into this.
No, seriously.
We definitely
don't. Get a job.
You need to get a
been
job.
telling you need to get a job.
Stop having sex. If you're receiving this right now, it's because you're having premarital sex. No! You should be ashamed of yourself. The only thing that should be penetrating you is the word of the Lord. Spreading whole, more like spreading holy scripture. Jesus is watching, and let me tell you one thing. He doesn't like what he sees. Yeah, I'm getting railed tonight. Railed by the word of the Lord! I don't care if you're using protection. You need to protect yourself from Satan's grasp. If you smash, you'll burn to ash. I know someone you should hook up with, and his name is God! He said turn the other cheek, not clap cheeks. All it takes is one trip to Pound Town, and you're going all the way down. Netflix and chill? How about church and the Lord's will? Yeah, I'm getting stuffed, alright. Stuffed with heavenly wisdom. Every time you do sex before marriage, an angel dies. You're thrusting above their carcasses. How could you? Just say no! Stop getting freaky. Go to church weekly. Please stop having premarital sex. I'm so serious right now. Please stop. Okay, thank you.
3, 2, 1. It's a girl. A girl? It's too bad.
I didn't want it to come to this.
Guards!
It's time.
What are you
May your
talking about?
sacrifice bring forth a new maiden capable of bestowing upon me a male heir.
Heir of what? You work at a Capital One cafe.
Silence, foul wench. You have failed your marital duties and shall pay the price with your life. May God forgive your soul.
Technically, this is his fault.
Guards on my signal. Ready.
I'll see you in hell.
Fire! I think you got her. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming today. If any of you have any friends that you want to introduce me to in the 25 to 30 range, let me know. I am newly single.
Oh my god, I'm taking my gift back. Listen, you guys, I know it's tough. I mean, we're literally in the middle of the war. At times like these, it's easy to lose hope. But that's exactly why we have to keep fighting. Sure, our enemies have more guns and bombs and tanks, but they don't have friendship. Not like ours. They don't have Henry's ability to crack a joke at any moment. Or Andrew's dad-like wisdom that we make fun of, but are comforted by. They don't have that. They don't have our cherished memories. What I wouldn't give to go back to our senior year of high school, driving through town without a care in the world, laughing until our stomachs hurt. But duty calls. So let's get through this together. If we can get through Mr. Williams' calculus exams, I'm pretty sure we can get through a few tanks and bullets. Are you with me, Wildcat?
My allergies always made spring days like this feel like a nightmare, but those days are over, thanks to Draxidone.
I could never get through a long hike without sneezing up a storm, but then I switched to Draxidone.
Draxidone is more effective than any other allergy medicine that I've ever used. And now, life feels like a breeze.
When I first started using Draxidone, my life changed in ways I never thought it would.
Mostly because of Dr. Tongue Snatcher.
Dr. Tongue Snatcher really threw me for a loop.
I'll never forget the way my blood ran cold the first time I laid eyes on
His
him.
presence makes it hard to breathe, but it's easier with Draxidone.
I sleep with a gun.
I sleep with a gun.
We sleep with a gun.
The gun's for me, not Dr. Tongue Snatcher.
Because he can't be killed.
And if you scream, he will snatch your tongue.
I can't stress how important it is that you don't scream.
My husband screamed the first and last time he took Draxidone.
You can weep and you can cry, but just one scream and you go bye-bye.
And no, you'll never run faster
than Dr. Tongue Snatcher.
When I found my husband's corpse later that day, I said, "No! No, my love! Why?
I'm completely isolated from my loved ones.
Take me instead, God!"
It's taking a huge toll on our marriage.
But it's not taking a toll on our sinuses.
It's taking a huge toll on our marriage.
He's here, isn't he? The angel of death.
I just need to breathe. And I can do that because of Draxidone.
But I can feel him there. I can feel his presence behind us.
Just don't scream. Don't you dare scream. I can't lose you too.
Side effects may include dizziness, headache, fatigue, nausea, paranoia, isolation, and a dark, unyielding presence. Serious side effects may include rapid heartbeat, difficulty breathing, Dr. Tongue Snatcher, descent into madness, loss of tongue, and a violent, horrific death. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's too late. Ask your doctor if Draxidone is right for you. Draxidone, the allergy relief worth dying for.
Ah, another beautiful day to worship God and all of his glory. One of my favorite hobbies. Can I say prayer twice? I just love it so much. Yeah, I guess I would say I spend most of my time going to church, worshiping, listening to my husband, and being normal. Something about me is that I love being mild-mannered and never crying or getting angry. Though you are so right. Women are more susceptible to the devil's influence because they're inherently weaker. I couldn't agree more. I'm hanging in there though. Big guy is watching out for me. Questioning the Christian faith? Girl, keep it to yourself. Don't mind us. We're just talking about the power of Christ. Be chill. You can't trust these hoes. You'll be sent to the gallows. Sin, it's just so bad, am I right? Boo! Boo, Satan! Reading? Who needs that? I let my husband do the reading. I'm totally fine being inferior. I'm just gonna smile and make baby and pray. There's another witch on trial. Oh, what did she do? Oh, she was single and kind of weird. Yeah, no, she shouldn't be doing that. You know what? I just got the urge to pray. It's prayer o'clock somewhere, am I right? I'm gonna go do that.
এখন শুধু জীবনের অর্থ খুঁজছি।
তোকে ছেলেপক্ষ দেখতে আসবে, রেডি থাকিস মা।
টাকা কেন?
শহরে যাচ্ছ, যাতায়াতের একটা ভাড়া আছে না, লাগবে।
হুটহাটি বিয়েটা হয়ে গেছে। ওর নাকি মহারানীর চোখে এই পানির কারণ কি? বাবা কিছু বলেছে? যারা আমি চিনি না জানি না তারা আমি বিয়ে করতে পারবো না। আর আমি রেনুরে ভালোবাসি।
বাবা, আমি জলদি বিয়ে করে ফেলেছি।
কি হয়েছে?
অভাবে পড়লে ভালোবাসা ফুরোতে সময় লাগে না, একটু সময় নেয় না।
বাবা, আমি বের হচ্ছি।
কোথায় যাচ্ছিস?
আমার থিয়েটারে একটা শো আছে, ওখানে যাচ্ছি। বেস্ট অফ লাক।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
একমাত্র আমি যে মেয়ের পছন্দ করছি সেই মেয়ের সাথে বিয়ে দিব, বুঝলা দিলাম। এই মুখ পুরি ঘরে আগুন লাগাইবো। আল্লাহ, আমার ছেলেটার একটু হেদায়েত করো।
What's your name?
My name Mukta.
Where are you from?
ফর্ম ফিল আপ কইরাই আমি এখানে আইছি।
লাস্ট টাইম কইতাছি তুমি যাইবা নাকি যাইবা না?
এই সিঁড়ি কই যায়? উপরে আর রুম আছে?
এটা ছাদে যায়।
না না, চা তো সেই স্বাদে, যদি এক গাবলা পরি দেন তাও খাই ফেলতে, যদি থাকে আরেকটা পানি দেন না ভাবি, খুব ভালো।
কোনদিন পরশু সব জামা দাও কইরা আসো।
আমার যাওয়ার ইচ্ছে নেই আমার।
আরে দেখো বাতাসে কোনো ধুলাবালি নাই, এনে একটা অসুস্থ মানুষও সুস্থ হয়ে যাবে। আইসো সিঙ্গাপুরে, এটা স্বপ্ন ছিল না মানুষের যে বিদেশ যামু বিয়া কইরা। বাংলাদেশে থাকতে অনেক বুঝাইছি যে তুই স্মার্ট হও স্মার্ট হও, এই নাইনে অনেক কিছু বুঝাইতেছি। ভাই আমার বউ যে ভালো এটা তো আমিও জানি। আমি কি কইছি আমার বউ খারাপ? আমার বউ আধুনিক। কি কোন ভাই আমি স্মার্ট হই নাই? সিঙ্গাপুরের মতো একটা স্মার্ট দেশে একটা গাদা গর্দ বাইলে তো স্মার্ট হয়ে যায়। আর
একটা লাগে জামারে দিতেন, আমি লইতাম।
চুমের পানি দিয়ে চা বানাইছো? চুলার সমস্যা কি ছিল? চুলাতে পানি গরম করলে কি হয়?
একটু ছাদে যাওয়া লাগতো, ওই কাপড়গুলো নাইরা দিতাম। আমি কি ছাদে যাব?
আমি তো একটা ইয়াং ছেলে, তাই না? আপনি না বুড়া হয়ে গেছেন, আপনার সাথে কথা বলে কোনো মজা নাই। আমি
ভালোবাসা কি ফুরায়?
ভালোবাসা
এখন তো আমার কথা ভালোই লাগবো না। ওই মাইয়াটাই তোর মাথাটা খাইছে।
একদিনের নোটিশে বললো যে বিয়েটা করে ফেললো, আমি বিয়ে করে ফেললাম। বিয়ে তো শোনো, মা জানতো আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি, এখন মেনে নিচ্ছে।
তারে থুইয়া আমি ওই নাচ গান করা, হ্যাঁ, মানুষের সামনে।
ধরো বিশাল বড় একটা জলোচ্ছ্বাস আসছে,
আমার বউ তো দেখি একদম পুরো দুর্যোগ হয়ে গেছে। ঠিক আছে, চাকরি পাওয়ার পর পুরো যত বড় দুর্যোগই আসো, আমি বুক টান করে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবো।
তোমার সাথে থাকলে মনে হয় পৃথিবীতে দুঃখ বলে কিচ্ছু নেই।
তুমি একবার তোমার ছেলের পছন্দ এই মায়াটা আনো, দেখবা তোমারও পছন্দ হয়েছে।
ইনশাআল্লাহ দেখো তোমার চাকরিটা হয়ে যাবে।
খেয়ে নিও। ইন্টারভিউ তো ভালোই হয়েছে, বেশ কয়েকটা ইন্টারভিউ তো দিলামও।
আগামী পরশু সকালে তোকে ছেলে পক্ষ দেখতে আসবে, রেডি থাকিস মা।
তার পছন্দ মতো বিয়ে করি নাই বলে তার মাথা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে। সামলাও তার।
কোনো কিছু চিন্তা করলে আমার দম বন্ধ হয়ে আসে।